According to medieval Christian theology, tears were believed to wash away the stain of sins. Priests were carefully instructed on how to provoke tears from those giving confession as proof of their genuine guilt and that they truly deserved forgiveness. Weeping was such a central part of worship that it was written into the rules of monastic orders as a required accompaniment of prayer and repentance. In olden literature, stereotypes for crying were non-existent. King Arthur, King Priam, Beowulf, and even Achilles' horses shed tears. Crying was a form of proving sincere emotions used in literature to signify heroes. Tears were a sign of strength, a clear display of the soul. Shown in times of both jubilation and despair, tears signified transformation. Seen as raw, emotional, and pure, tears traced their way through time, yet grew faint as the years wore on. We first believed crying to be a divine power, tears sometimes referred to as dew from heaven's garden. Crying was a beautiful act. Today, we repress tears, fearing it to be a sign of weakness. Society has deemed crying a pathetic, childlike act, only fit for those with no other method of communication. Emotion grows trapped within the soul, bottled in groves of toxicity. These drops carry our burdens, every unspoken word. We repress our emotions, yet unwittingly damage ourselves. The act of repressing tears is an unconscious reflex, yet only intensifies the anguish and pain. Despite this, the urge to push back tears is instilled as we age, emotion piling behind the walls of the eyes. Tears contain stress hormones and toxins, yet also hold the power to kill bacteria and have been used against intentional anthrax contaminations. Through crying, we rid ourselves of these excess poisons, cleansing the body and mind. The emotional release of tears also brings us great joy, greater than any antidepressant or medication, yet we often distrust our own emotional release. When the limit of stoppered emotion is reached, feelings begin to knock on the doors of the eyes. The choice to open these doors is solely our own. When opened, emotion and person become one, giving unsaid words a voice. Crying is not a shameful act. It is simply another form of communication. Through tears, we tell our hidden stories, unsaid words and thoughts illustrating the depths of our psyche. Society has imprinted crying, the purest form of emotional release, as immature. To release emotion is air for the soul, social norms encouraging the choking of our own psyche. Studies have shown that forced smiles are a catalyst for happiness. I believe otherwise. Confined to the tiny chambers of our eyes, we hold emotion in hordes. The amount of unsaid stories dying for release is myriad, restricting influences being the only barrier to our inner happiness. Once our stories are told, emotion can run free. Tears are simply water colored with voices, words not found in this material realm. I believe crying to be our release, the air of the soul, body, and mind. We must allow our eyes to speak, for tears are the only outlet for the eyes.